All right, so let's talk about Paddy Pimblett and Jared Gordon. So I had made a video back when Sean O'Malley beat Peter Yan, or so they said he did, saying that the UFC had got away with rigging a decision. And a lot of people got upset over that, but you can kind of see, here we go again. This is a fight where a lot of people, basically everybody outside of those three judges, felt Jared Gordon did enough to win the fight. And that would be like anybody in the MMA media, consensus of fans, fighters, people that have watched the fight. Pretty much the overwhelming consensus is that Gordon beat Pimblett. So the only people that didn't really see it that way were the three judges. And it's almost become a situation in the UFC where if the fight goes the distance, they look at who can give them the most views or the most pay-per-view buys, and that's who gets the decision if the fight's close at all. And a lot of people talk about what is a robbery. It's pretty rare that a guy dominates a fight for 3 rounds, just overwhelmingly wins, and doesn't get the decision. But that's what people think is a robbery. I disagree. A robbery is usually going to be a close fight where a promotion awards the win to someone who didn't win the fight for business reasons, and that would be the case here. And that's what they did with Sean O'Malley and Peter Yan as well. I thought Yan had done enough to beat O'Malley. I thought Yan may have won all 3 rounds, actually. And but they ended up giving it to O'Malley. Why? Because O'Malley can sell them pay-per-views, and Yan isn't going to do that as well. And that's what they did here with Paddy Pimblett. You saw Dana White hanging out with Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports as the decision was being read. You saw he was nervous or he looked uncomfortable. He didn't think Paddy won the fight, and no one in the, Joe Rogan, who was standing there in the cage, he didn't think Paddy won the fight either. You saw his reaction. So this is just another example, and you have to wonder, this is kind of what a lot of people that turned on boxing, longtime boxing fans, this is one of the things that made them not like boxing is they would pay for a pay-per-view, and when the decision came and it was time to award it to someone who actually won, it wouldn't happen. So you kind of feel like I put my money down and they got me again. They pulled the rug out from under me again. And the UFC is in danger of doing this with fans too, of alienating fans because they're having more and more bad decisions and they're awarding victories to fighters just based off of numbers, pay-per-view draws, how popular they are. Not a good look, and this is a bad fight for Paddy too. So this next fight, he's going to have to redeem himself because he looked terrible in this fight.